All right, everyone, I'm going to talk about how you can use letter stamps and number stamps to decorate your jewelry. So we have lots of different ones that you can choose from. All of the letters and numbers will look backwards. So for instance, if I pull up my first one here, this is a B. You can see that it looks backwards. So that's because when you stamp it, it will become forward. So I did stamp the B, and you can see here what it looks like when it's stamped. So anytime you're going to do that, like I'm going to do this as a ring and it's going to say breathe on it. So it's really good to plan out your spacing ahead of time and to practice. It takes practice to get the stamps to have the right amount of pressure. And if you make a mistake on your piece that you've already sawed out and filed and sanded, then you kind of have to start over. It's not easy to fix the letters. All right, so I've got my plan here. I've also put my letters in the order that I need so that I'm ready to go. And you want to double check that when you pick them up that you're putting them in the right direction when you do put them down. I have my steel block because you want that as your bottom piece. And I'm going to practice a couple more times before actually doing it on my official piece, just so I can work out spacing. I also have my mallet. I don't want to use a hammer. I want to use a mallet for this because these are steel and we never hit steel on steel. All right, so I'm going to start. I have my B on my practice piece here. So I am going to grab my R, which is next. I'm double checking the direction that it needs to go. And I'm going to place it right next to the B where I think that will go. So you might be able to see it. So now when I go to hit it with my mallet, I'm holding it very tightly with my hand, and you have to hit it multiple times. I like to hit it probably about twice from the top, and then also kind of leaning slightly with my hammer on each of the four corners of it. That way I can make sure that I don't have like the top of the B more pressed than the bottom. This also works best when you've already annealed your metal and when you've done some sanding, so that you don't have to worry about going back and sanding and losing some of your piece, and it's softer metal because you've annealed it. All right, let's try it. If you're not sure if you've hit it enough, before moving and checking, it's always good to just do it a couple more times just to be safe. All right, so if I pull it up closer, you can see I have my R there. It's a little further away than the B that I would like, so now I would probably practice once more and try and get a little closer. As much, you can do so much planning and thinking through ahead of time before going to your actual piece, and that will just make it better in the long run. So feel free to try our stamps and do something cool.